G'day, this is Guy Emu, and this video I'm going to be reacting to a few different videos. The first one is going to be the Cyberpunk apology. I am really excited what that's going to be. Then I'm going to look at the Returnal combat trailer. I'm really excited for Returnal. I like roguelikes, I like action roguelikes, and an action roguelike with that AAA polish and budget, is really appealing to me. Then I'm going to look at the Lucasfilm games highlight reel, and then I'm going to look at the Little Nightmares trailer. I really love Little Nightmares 1. I played it on the Switch, and that game looks gorgeous on the Switch. I'm surprised that they got it to look that good on the Switch. And I actually do want to get it on the second one on the Switch as well. So alright, here we go. Alright. Okay, this is it. Alright. This is the Cyberpunk apology video.
Hey everyone, my name is Marcin Iwiński and I'm the co-founder of CDPR. One of its founding principles was honest and direct communication with gamers. When
Really?
CDPR Red, the game development part of CDPR was born, it added something important to that principle, the ambition to make the best games in the world. It became our mission and something that guided us up until now.
Yes.
Based on that legacy
Until
of
now.
genuine and honest
Until
communication,
now.
you've trusted us and pre-ordered our game. The console version of Cyberpunk 2077 did not meet the quality standard we wanted it to meet.
That's
and
an
the entire
understatement.
leadership team are deeply sorry for this, and this video is me publicly owning up to that. Please don't fault any of our teams for what happened. They all are incredibly talented and hardworking. Myself and the board are the final decision makers, and
Yep.
it was our call to release the game.
Yep.
Although, believe me, we never ever intended for anything like this to happen. I assure you that we'll...
Shut up. We never intended for something like this to happen. This was the only thing that could have happened had releasing it this way. There is absolutely no way that they didn't expect this to happen. This is exactly what they expected to happen. Looking at the state of the current gen versions, like there's absolutely no way that that's not what they were expecting. Because they saw the game, they knew the game was unfinished, and they released it, and they made that decision, and they knew that. Look at this dude's face. He's like, "Oh, I'm sad. Oh, I'm sorry." This is not I'm sorry face. You're sorry, but you knew you had to make this video eventually because you fucked up. You and the other board members.
Now I'd like to tell you how the situation looked like from the inside. Cyberpunk 2077 is huge in scope, and I'm not only talking about quests or things you see at first glance. I'm talking about a multitude of custom objects, interacting systems, and mechanics. On its own, this is a challenge, but we made it even more difficult for ourselves by wanting to make the game look epic on PCs and then adjusting it to consoles, especially old gens. That was our core assumption, and things did not look super difficult at first. We knew the hardware gap, yes, but ultimately, I think that time has proven that we've underestimated the task. To give you a concrete example, and the
That's
main
an
culprit,
understatement.
we had to constantly improve our in-game streaming system for all-gen consoles. And since the city is so packed and the disk bandwidth of all-gens is what it is, it constantly challenged us.
Very low.
Every change and improvement needed to be tested, and as it turned out, our testing did not show a big part of the issues you experienced while playing the game.
What? Are you kidding me? No. No way. The testing didn't show the problems? That's either complete bullshit or they uploaded the wrong build to the fucking console stores. That's impossible. There is absolutely no way that they did not see the problems in testing. They either saw it and they didn't care, or they didn't see it at all and they uploaded an older build by accident. And they're not saying that they uploaded an older build, so they must be bullshitting. It would be easier to say, oh, we accidentally uploaded an older build. No, they uploaded the right build, but they didn't see the problem. Which is ridiculous. That is fucking stupid. That makes no sense. Ugh.
As we got closer to the final release, we saw significant improvements each and every day, and we really believed we would deliver in the final Day Zero update. Now let's talk about the review process. We started sending our PC review keys in the first days of December. On launch day, December 10th, we hit the ground running with a really good start on PC. While not perfect, it's a version of Cyberpunk we are very proud of.
Well, apparently not proud enough to allow reviewers to use their own footage.
At the same time, we're fighting for quality on all-gen consoles till the very last moment. This is why we started sending console review keys on the 8th of December, which was later than we originally planned.
So, the reason why console review keys were delayed was because they were literally working on the console ports to the very last second. Like, they must have crunched so fucking hard before they released that Day Zero update. That's just not how game development works. Like, you don't do that to your workers. You don't do that to your customers. You don't do that to your journalists, to your game reviewers. You don't do that. You either delay the console version or you don't. You know what? No. You delay the console version. That's what you should have done. You should have delayed the console version and then released it when you thought it was up to snuff. You don't just push it out the door because that was the fourth fucking date that you delayed the game to. Like, sometimes games need to be optimized for different platforms before they can come out, you know? You don't just go, this is the date for this game coming out now. Out the door. Gone. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes you just gotta fucking bite the bullet and say, yeah, the ports for these things aren't ready yet and we need to delay it. Like, the PC version is still really rough. And they thought that the console versions were fine? I don't believe that.
This all happened while working from home with all the challenges resulting from the COVID-related restrictions.
True.
A lot of the dynamics we normally take for granted got lost over video calls or email.
Okay, how? What dynamics are you talking about? That's a very broad sort of word. Dynamics that we take for granted? Can you give us an example? That's a very broad term there.
And we took that hit too. Now I'd like to tell you about our plans for the future and present a path for Cyberpunk 2077 on consoles and PC. We have already released 3 hotfixes improving the game, but that's just the beginning. Our
3 hotfixes have done fuck all. The 1.04 to 1.06 updates that they put out have been like band-aids on bullet wounds. Like, this is just, it's just not enough. And to say it's just the beginning, it's like, it's not even past the fucking starting line. It's not even just the beginning. It's like you've barely taken off yet.
ultimate goal is to fix the bugs and crashes gamers are experiencing across platforms. The first update will be dropping within 10 days, and it will be followed by another, more significant one in the following weeks. As for the free DLCs, our initial plan was to deliver them just after the release. We decided to focus on the most important fixes and updates first, and we'll be releasing the DLCs afterwards. Expect more information in the upcoming months. I'd like to end this video by assuring you that we treat this entire situation very seriously and are working hard to make it right. Beyond Cyberpunk, we have many plans for the future, which we'll share more about when we're ready. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.
Alright, so what do I think about that? I think that it's, it's pretty standard, they're saying that, oh, there was the leadership that takes responsibility for this action, which is fair enough because it was their call and it was their fault. It wasn't the ground workers whose fault this is. They're apologizing. They're giving us a very vague roadmap that doesn't even have dates on it. It just has like it just has an A to B timeline that's like doesn't represent really anything concrete. You know, the vagueness about the actual like development of the game towards the launch is really like it was really vague. Like the fact that they're saying certain dynamics over, you know, video and emails got lost, and they didn't even tell us what kind of dynamics those are. Are they talking about QA? Are they talking about version control? Like, what are they talking about? Because there are a lot of video games that get made over the internet on teams that stretch the whole planet. And, you know, those are smaller games, but like you'd think that a studio with so many resources would be able to get that down pat, especially after a whole year of development. Like they've had to adjust to this COVID stuff like they've had a lot of time to adjust to this. They've had at least a year, and they still weren't able to get that sorted. And I mean, like, yeah, sure, it is tough, but like there are games that got released this year during the COVID crisis that were AAA and originated in big studios and had the COVID regulations put on them, and they got the game out, like Doom Eternal and Hades and Animal Crossing. Like, there was a lot of fucking games that launched that were announced later than 2070 than Cyberpunk, and launched earlier than Cyberpunk, and were from teams around the same size with the same amount of resources, and this shit didn't happen to them because they clearly can adapt, because, you know, because like learning how to do game development online is it's not a new thing. So yeah, that's what's really like bugging me, is this idea that COVID has had like significantly affected the development, when like video games are one of the only industries during COVID that has thrived and actually, you know, adjusted to it pretty well. And these guys, they couldn't. What makes them the exception is what I'm confused about. Anyways, okay, the next video we're watching is the Returnal gameplay trailer. I'm actually really excited for this game. I hope it comes to PC, because fucking PS5s are being friggin' scalped like nothing else, so there's no way I'm going to be able to get my hands on one. So I hope that there's a PC port. Anyways. Yep, PS Studios. Nope. That's very Alien Wayland-Yutani sort of aesthetic.
Acquired a xenotype weapon.
And they use the
Similar
word
to our
Xeno.
carbine technology.
Building
New technology
aliens.
discovered. Augments my weapon with an alternative firing mechanism. Highly effective. This will be useful.
Are these like audio logs that she's recording? Okay, so there's some bullet hell, some exploration elements. The UI looks really clean. If it weren't for these big giant device windows.
Somehow, it's strengthening
Kills gain health.
and weakening
Also
my
has to leave
suit.
behind a pool of acid. Okay, so released explosion that eliminates all hostiles in the area. Closest hostile.
Discovered a broken automaton. Fletching potential tool.
Oh yes, I like some melee. I like it when you give it some melee. What was that? What was that? That looked like fucking PT. What the fuck? What are these little things? They look like little smiley spirits. Or little ghosts. Okay, there's a lot to unpack in there. Okay, so yeah, we got our character, we got...
Acquired
Okay,
a xenotype
so we're
weapon.
going through the weapons first. Okay, so we've got damage bonus, overheat duration, and projectile speed. These are the stats that we're measuring. These must be some sort of run perks? I don't
Similar
know.
to our carbine technology.
Maybe those are,
Weapon.
maybe these are like overall stats, or maybe no. These symbols don't look like they represent these stats here. There's a stat that, yeah, these stats have a little bit on them too, so that's not being shown here. So it's not those. These must be like general buffs. Yeah, so it's a very nice looking game. These enemy designs, look at that. Look at that, look at those fluid effects. Oh, that's cool. Electropylon driver. This like makes a bunch of trip lasers. Hollow Seeker. Yeah. So these are like so it looks like these are like some sort of general stats, and these are like main stats. These are the core stats that you'll be following through a run. Yeah, the enemy designs look really cool.
Strange device that is
Scythians or Kithions.
already
Sort of.
active. It feels alive.
Okay, so it like gives like equipment. Was a superman explosion. Damaged xenotech device, fabricates a random item in exchange for obolites. Obolites? What's that? Some sort of currency?
Encountered a small life form. It is parasitically attached to my arm.
Hostiles leave behind a pool of acid on death. Okay, so it's like, okay, so parasites are like a risk reward sort of item. You equip them and it gives you a buff, but also a debuff. That looks OP. Look at that effect. Look at that effect that it does. When she does the spike. Oh no, that's an attack. Okay, so that's an attack from the enemy. It shoots like some sort of like growth in the ground, and it like attaches these strands to her, and they detach and reattach as she moves along. That's a really cool effect. Oh, the sentient make. Sentient. Does that mean this world was made by machines? Yeah, because you don't say sentient unless like you're talking about robots. You wouldn't be talking about like aliens or ancient aliens or aliens that just threw this trash on the ground as sentient. You would just call them aliens.
Potential tool.
Yeah, the combat looks really like, it reminds me a lot of like the later Remedy games like Control, and has that sort of like flashy, fast sort of push forward combat. Okay, no, it's coming out in 2 months. Is it coming out on PC? PS5. Shit. The gameplay looks really choppy, like at those points where she's like, yeah, like that. Look at that. That's not the recording. This is. That's not the recording. This is like really.
And weakening my.
This is really choppy. Like the frame rate. Like, look at that. Ugh. Yeah, I'm glad it's good. I'm glad it's got 2 more months in the oven. Anyways, next one. This is the Lucasfilm. This is the Lucasfilm Games sizzle reel. Ugh. Whoa, what's that? Was that? Okay, no one gives a fuck about mobile heroes. Knights of the Eternal Throne. Yeah, that's an old thing. No one gives a fuck about. No one gives a fuck about those shitty EA games. 0.2. Well, that game's, you know, the development for that got halted. So like, no one's. These are games we've already seen.
Order 66.
Execute Order 66. Yeah, you've already seen these. Wait. Is this all just shit that we've already seen? It is. The fuck? What? There's no tease for anything? Okay, well then I guess I'm looking at this Indiana Jones fucking teaser then. Because, you know, I don't give a fuck about Indiana Jones, but like, it's the only new Lucasfilm game that we know is confirmed. Okay, this just looks like a fucking JPEG. Bethesda. What does it say? Overnight service to Rome. Machine Games. Yeah, Machine Games, not Machine Entertainment. Fucking Game Informer. Lucasfilm Games. Yay. Wolfenstein 3 is cancelled. Yay. Fuck. Kill me. Anyways. Look at the Little Nightmares trailer now. Little Nightmares 1 was so fucking shockingly good. It like combined the puzzle platformer, single player, like game design of games like Inside, with like survival horror, like Outlast, and it was just, and it was so superb, and the Switch pod especially is super friggin' amazing, despite this hardware it's running on. Yeah, this is the new character that you play as. He can like teleport through TVs apparently. He's teaming up with the hood girl. Forgot what their name is. There she is. Ooh. Oh my god, this game looks so fucking beautiful. Ooh! No, what the fuck? Is that her eye oozing out of her fucking head? And what the fuck's wrong with her head? Is her face what is that? Is her face stitched up like a fucking football? What the hell is wrong with her head? And his head's been cut open at some point. Bruh. Don't drop that fucking telly in the bath, mate. Like, do you control her doing that, or does she do that automatically? That's like one of the things I'm not sure about. I mean, it's one of the things that I'm not clear about, is whether or not this is like some sort of like dual co-op, like single player co-op gameplay like Brothers, or if this is like an AI driven game. What the fuck? Whoa! Whoa. Okay, so you can pick up weapons. Uh-oh. Hold on, is that the kid with his paper bag off? Oh. Later in 2021. I thought, wait, it's free next gen for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One version only. Okay, that's good. I thought they already announced the release date. Less than 30 days remaining until Little Nightmares 2 is available everywhere and your journey as a Pale City begins. Wait, what? January 13th. Yeah, yesterday. Play the demo today. Okay, so the demo is available on these platforms. I'll probably play the demo on PC. I'll give the Switch version a go too because I want to see how it runs. Pre-order now, February 11th, 2021. Oh, okay. So next gen versions are later in 2021, and that's when you get the free next gen. I'm stupid. I am so fucking dumb. Never mind me. So yeah, I might give that demo a go, and I might upload that to YouTube. That'll be a fun thing to play. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, like it. If you want to see more, subscribe. And if you want to spread the word, let the channel grow, share it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.